Hi, my name is Mr. Ellison, and today I'm going to introduce you to my wonderful little town called Gridville. Now, throughout the year, I did a comprehensive review over a coordinate plane, how to plot coordinates on a coordinate grid using the X and the Y. Now, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the little town I created, and it's called Gridville. Now, if you look at it very closely, you'll know that there's an X-axis and a Y-axis and a bunch of little bitty Y-axis and X-axes, and those are called the side streets. Now check this out right here. This is my Gridville. Now my Gridville is composed of, I have my wonderful Tower of the Americas, and I have a convenience store, and right here I have a public library, and I have a skyscraper, and I also have a restaurant, and I have a place where you can buy electronics. Now the reason I set this up as a little map is so it helps the kids to understand coordinate grid, and I like to refer to the movement on the coordinate grid as moving in a direction by means of blocks. Now let's just say we start out with an ordered pair. Now an ordered pair, like we've discussed in my comprehensive explanation, was an ordered pair is a pair of numbers, an X and a Y, and they go in the order of the X first and the Y second, which means you travel on the X-axis first and then you travel on the Y-axis second. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start on our wonderful little point called the origin. That's a very special point because it's the very center of a coordinate grid. Now we have quadrants 1, quadrants 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Now this little thick line going up and down on my wonderful Gridville is called the Y-axis. This wonderful line going side to side or horizontally on my coordinate grid is my X-axis, or I like to call it my X-highway. And all the little lines within the quadrants that form those squares, those are what I like to call side streets. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find the address to one of these little landmarks on my coordinate grid. Now let's decide, what if we decided to go to the Tower of the Americas right here, this wonderful little place right here in San Antonio. And the first thing we're going to do is if we want to plot any ordered pair, we want to start on the origin. And the origin, I like to call it the center of town. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the center of town right there, and when we said an ordered pair, we want to go however many blocks on the X-axis first, and then we want to go a certain number of blocks on the Y side streets. So if we start on the origin and we move toward our lovely Tower of the Americas, we're going to move 1, 2 blocks to the right, and we're staring straight at our Tower of the Americas, but we still want to move one more block, 1 block up on the Y-axis, and now once we do that, we are at our lovely Tower of Americas, and its address is 2, 1. The number of blocks we traveled on the X-axis first was 2 blocks. The number of blocks we traveled on the Y-axis was 1 block. Hence, we get the location 2, 1. So let's decide, okay, what if I decided I want to travel to this lovely skyscraper in San Antonio, okay? Now, what I want to do is I'm going to want to start in the center of town first. So I start on my origin, a special little spot, and I'm going to travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks to the left, and then I want to travel 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks north on my Y side street. And I get to this lovely little point called 5, 5. Negative 5, 5. So my address for this very large skyscraper is negative 5, 5. Because I went 5 units on my X-axis to the left, which means I'm moving in a negative direction, 5 units, And then I have to move on my y-axis 5 units up, which means I'm moving in a positive direction. So it's positive 5, hence the address, -5, 5. Now, thank you so much for viewing my video. I hope this helps some of you who may be having trouble with finding coordinates on a coordinate grid. It surely helped my kids out. When I showed them how to do this, I gave them a short little review the next day, and just about all my kids got it. This is a very simple, very hands-on way to teach your kids how to do coordinate grid. I actually made it a little more interactive for my kids, and I gave them Hot Wheels cars. I brought some Hot Wheels cars to school, and I let them drive them on the X highways and the Y side streets in order to find their way, and that was a way for them to actually do it, so it became more of a kinesthetic activity. Thank you so much once again for watching my video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.